This is Anthony Becht. You're watching Class Act Sports.
Played for 4 teams. You play for Tampa Bay, play for New York, play for Arizona, and St. Louis. Any preference? Any teams that you like more than the other?
Well, obviously playing in New York, the big city, the Big Apple, was awesome for my career. It was a launching pad for me. Anytime you can play in the huge atmosphere of New York City, the media, the glitz, all that stuff, it's a great way to project your career. I think 5 years of that was good. When you're in the city, there's a lot of hustle and bustle, and I'm raising kids, and I think the step back coming down to Florida in my next contract was great. I make my home now in Tampa. We love it. The weather's good. It was a great place to play. It was a great atmosphere. We were a playoff team when I was here, and it was fun, and I enjoyed that. So Arizona was good too. It was a nice short run there, but anywhere I can go in the warm weather was great, and there were 2 spots that really that were good for my career.
Talk about transition. Right now you're in a transition period. What are you going to do? Is it you still want to play football, or this is it for you?
Right now I'm currently active. Obviously this year is probably a wash for the season. Would have been nice to play this season. I definitely was primed and ready to go, but it didn't. From a business standpoint, for some teams it just didn't work out. Next year could be an opportunity, but with that grand scheme of what's going to happen, collective bargaining agreement, who knows when that season is going to start next year. I got to kind of put my foot into other things and test the waters. Right now I'm, TV, radio personality thing. I'm trying to get into that sector right now. I've been approached by some other businesses just to kind of maybe step away from sports and do something with them. I have a large network of people, but I'm trying to just take all the different paths that are being offered with me, kind of set something up. So if football does come knocking, I can go that route, but if not, I'm prepared to do something else. So right now I'm just kind of dabbling into anything I can.
Right, you mentioned the radio personality. You have a radio show here that you do a couple of days a week with Ron McNeese. What did that entail? I mean, what you guys talk about on your show?
Yeah, our show's on ESPN 1040 Tampa. It's on Mondays and Thursdays, 8 to 10 a.m. You can listen online at ESPN1040.com. And basically, me and Ryan Neese, he's one of my old teammates from Tampa Bay. He's from the area also, and we did a little bit for their radio station for a different show, and they kind of liked what we were doing and how we spoke, and they offered us a full-time, 5-day-a-week program, but we really couldn't commit to that. Ryan was busy. I might have been getting back into football for the year, so it wasn't something I could commit to. So we did two days a week. It's basically talking football. Mondays we kind of talk about the weekend's events, college football, NFL games, the Bucks, everything that went on in the Bucks game. We're taking callers, asking questions. We have fun with it. And then on Thursday we're just doing a preview of the NFL games coming up, the Bucks schedule, who they're playing, anything kind of in the media that's kind of going on. That's out there we talk about and give a player's perspective, a player's opinion. I think a lot of radio personalities, you got guys that are on that and really didn't play sports. They just kind of talk about it. Well, we've actually, we're not too far removed from it, so we're able to give that opinion from a person, from a player, from a professional that's been in that game.
Well, absolutely. You got, you're doing you got some business opportunity out there that you're doing with Derek Brooks and My Video Talk. Tell the fans about that.
Basically, My Video Talk is a program. It's video technology reaching out to your clientele, your business, building your brand, building your small business through video. We have 4 components. There's video email, which basically you're branding a template and customizing it for your company, for your business, for yourself, for your advertising. And it's going to be basically opened, live, shoot business card on an email that's going to speak a video you can be more personal with to your clientele. Also, we have video broadcasting, which is basically you'll be able to channel a live feed of you through someone else's laptop or computer, and with that you can give presentations. You can do slideshows that's on your computer, and they can see right on your computer what you're doing. So they get to kind of use that as something to build their business with and reach out to someone if you can't meet with them and they're across the country or the other side of the world. You can communicate and have that meeting even though you're not face to face. And also we have your own private website where you can have multiple videos of yourself. Where it's all branded and built around you, and then your own web show. You have your own web show site. It could be a live feed. It could be different types of videos that you've shot in different events you've gone to, different things you put together on video, and you can have this all in this live feed. If you're doing something live, the fans and people that you know can watch it live, or you can have some taped stuff on there. So it's a multitude of things that can help, build your small business, really help people kind of get out there without the high costs of advertising. So we're just offering another direction for people to do that. Me and Derek Brooks have put our name on it, and we're trying to build it and help others use it.
Is there a link that you can go to? Fans can get involved with this?
Yeah, if you want to go to it, it's Becht, BECHT.myvideotalkpro.com. It's a great flash presentation on what we're doing. It's got some cool videos on there. It's got my information on it. You can reach out to me. It's Becht, BECHT, myvideotalkpro.com.
We talked about your radio show. Let's get back into the NFL and where is that heading now? You got the commissioner really handing down healthy fines and about guys' health and safety. What's your thought on that today? I mean, because, this is a physical sport.
Yeah, it is. I think it's right to head in a direction to take care of players. In this day and age with athletes, there's so much more speed, so much more strength, and it's hard to get the technology to stay up with the athlete because we're just getting better and faster and quicker every year. And you're going to have these collisions, and these collisions didn't just start this year. I mean, they've been going on for tens of years. I mean, decades, and now it's just becoming an issue. And I think that the league is investigating ways to protect players. I think they're trying to put their stamp on it strong initially. Is it going to change the game? I don't think it is. I think there's a few players in the NFL that play with a very, very aggressive attitude. Right. And sometimes when you're talking about split-second timing, things that happen, guys might move in a different way, get hit in a certain way. Some of those things are uncontrollable, and to make guys think or do those things or think about those things for a split second prior to that happening, it's tough to ask a guy to do. So there's going to be some fines levied out because of it, because if you're going to institute that, guys can't change their game, or it's going to take them away the players that they are. So they're going to come up with better ways, come up with better rules. They'll have videos and stuff like that, but guys are going to have to change, bottom line, in this game to keep it going, because that's where the league's going with it. So eventually everyone's going to have to get that turnover and change over.
Let's jump into talking about the Bucs. You were with the Bucs for a number of years, and you guys basically in your heydays when you were really good. The last few years haven't been as good for the Bucs. Where do you see their heading at this point? As a young team, where do you see them going?
I'll tell you, quite a surprise, I think, across the board. I think the organization, the staff, the players are surprised at where they're at. They basically brought in Raheem Morris and Mark Dominic, the general manager, and they cleaned house. They got rid of all their veterans, all their premier players that built the organization up, and they said, all right, this is the route we're going to go, and we're going to build this thing from the bottom up, and we're going to build with younger players. And they've been able to draft some guys, bring some guys in, groom some guys, and right now they're starting 7 rookies. They got a young quarterback, young receiving core. Across the board, they're young, but they're winning games. They're 7-4. I think the transition for them has been a lot quicker and ahead of schedule, which is great for them. A lot of talk about them this year getting to the playoffs, possibly making a run. I don't think they're ready for that yet. I think they've overachieved in what they've done this year, which is great. And I think that moving forward, it's only going to build them and give them confidence, because winning is contagious. When you win games, guys start believing in that stuff. That's how you build a good foundation. And when you can do that with young players, that's even tougher. So I think they're ahead of schedule. I think moving into the future, years to come, they're going to be a good team to deal with. They're going to build with these guys, and it's going to work out good for them. Sometimes it goes the other way. You just it's a crapshoot. When you go young and you have no veteran leadership on there, it's tough to do. And they want to cross the board young with the coaches and the players. So it's working well. It's a good mesh. I mean, they don't know any better. They're young, so they're out there, and Raheem's a good leader. He's done a good job for them, and they're 7-4 right now as we speak in this interview. So they got a chance to move forward and keep continuing to get better and building.
Will that be a lockout?
I mean, everything I'm hearing and everything that's going on, I mean, it seems to be that it's going to happen. I think everybody's kind of putting out the worst vibe out there that they can, so anything that can come out of it from a positive standpoint looks good. But there's a lot of indecision in the league. There's a lot of indecision in the business. My personal opinion is, in these economic times, the ratings and some of the things that the NFL are getting right now, they're breaking records in this time. I mean, why would you want to change something like that? There's got to be some give and take, and it's got to be on both sides. I mean, look, the owners own the team. They run the show. They cut the checks. But at the end of the day, there also is the product, and the product is the players. And you got to find a way to mutually bond that together. So everybody, and there's a ton of money out there for people to make, and there's a lot of things they can do to make it right. To take care of guys, to take care of, I mean, there's ways, and they're making money, and even in these bad economic times, they're still very popular and able to make money and do the things they want to do. Now, you know, is it as good as what it was maybe 5 or 6 years ago? No, but they're still ahead of the ball game compared to other big businesses in this world. So they need to sit down. They need to put their heads together. Like I said, I mean, you know, you got to come to a mutual agreement. There's got to be some swallowing of the pride on both sides. I mean, if they want something back, you got to give something back. And you got to be able to work on both ends of the stick. So hopefully, with the leadership of D. Smith and the guys in the union, and then the ownership level, they can, you know, put something together and make it work so this game continues to play and flourish the way it is. I mean, it's the ultimate sport. Everybody watches it, whether you're a fan or not. Everybody wants to be a part of it, and it's a good opportunity to really solve this issue, put it to bed, and move forward and continue the success of the NFL.
There you hear it from Anthony Becht, tight end, longtime NFL player. Thanks for joining us today, brother. This is Victor Green, and you're watching Class Act Sports.